Okay, Fat Bobby here to tell you about the T300 fuel starvation problem, which I could find very little information about from talking to the dealers. They wouldn't tell me the access points because the fuel tank is buried underneath the engine and the hydraulic system. So if you're having a fuel starvation problem for your T300 and the thing quits running and you find this sucked down, completely collapsed, follow this line, reach your arm back around underneath the engine and back. You're gonna find where it enters the fuel tank at. My particular one was plugged completely. I ended up airing up the line to try and blow it out, and I blew the pickup tube off because it was so plugged. It goes into the tank with this elbow here, and it's a plastic tank with the grommet like this. So you reach your hand around, you can't see any of this. That's why I'm explaining it on this repair review, because there's nothing to explain because you can't see this repair when you gotta use your hands, especially your left hand. But when you can reach around underneath the engine from the back side with the back opened up, you can feel where the line goes attached to this, the supply to the injection pump. So you can feel it around, but then I was having trouble getting information on the access point on how to repair it. Some people took the engine out to get to this, to remove the fuel tank or this repair. But if you go to the, and by the way, the pickup tube looks like this. And it goes onto this elbow, into the tank, into a plastic tank on the grommet. So to get to the access, on the right side of the machine, there is a plate. Right side of the plate, that comes off in between the ram, comes out of this hole here, area here. So there's two bolts, 9/16 headed bolts. You pull those off, and then what you got to do is you take your air gun with your left hand down in there through that access point. After there's a zip tie you got to cut to this suction tube or the feed line. Follow it around from the backside. You can ID which one it is. There's a couple of them. Make sure you got the right one. Take the access plate off the right side. Take your left hand. The left hand only works. Right hand won't work. Reach down in there with your air tube. Blow the dirt off of the where the grommet and the pickup tube enter the fuel tank at. Clear the dirt out. You can't see any of this. You got to visually push the dirt away from this area here around the tank. Pull. You could spray some WD-40 down there. Pull this out. Either the pickup tube's attached or it's not. It'll come out all the way, and after you cut that zip tie on the back, it will come out like this. Pickup tube's probably plugged, and mine was plugged solid. It ended up having enough pressure to blow it off in the tank, so I just left the old one in the tank, obviously. But so you pull it out, make sure the line's clear, blow some air back through, make sure you're clear going back through your the hand pump, and then put your new pickup tube back on. And then what I ended up doing was the old grommet was good. I could not get the new one to seat, so I Tefloned the PTS, that Teflon sealant, onto here and put the new pickup tube back on there and put it back in the fuel tank. So then that's pretty much what you have. You can't see this. You just reach down into there through that right inspection plate, and you pull it out of there, and it's pretty. You'll see what I'm talking about when you get there. But that's the plugged line. That's exactly what's going on. And then back around the backside, you got to reattach you make sure you have flow, and reattach the fuel lines. Put the zip tie back on so it doesn't get intermixed with the fan once the engine starts. And there you have it, the parts numbers. This is for the Bobcat T300. serial numbers 521911 and up, and the part numbers would be those fuel clamp, bump pad, sensor fuel. Here's a couple part numbers for you. The tube, the pickup tube is a 6734150. Elbow is a 6598908. I reused my old elbow. I just put the new pickup tube on and reused the old grommet because I couldn't get the new one to seat perfectly. It wouldn't go all the way on past this lip here. So that's your fuel starvation problems. There is also a return line that has that pickup tube also for the return from the injection pump to the tank. The guy told me that they'll plug once in a while, but this fuel starvation problem is pretty common. So get you'll need your left hand with eyes on the end of your fingernails or on the end of your fingers to be able to see down on top of the tank, because the engine and the hydraulic system are sitting there and it's right there in the middle, so you can't see it. So you get through that inspection plate on the right side, start feeling around there, ID that is the right line you're going to pull out of there, and then you're going to have to feel it and get the dirt away from it, and then you'll be able to feel the condition of the grommet before you put this elbow back in there, and then you're going to have full flow. But I found very little information on how to do this. It's like a Bobcat secret. So good luck, and hope you get your fuel supply back. Fat Bobby's out. Bye.